Hi everyone. Now, I know lockdown is pretty rubbish and it has been pretty rubbish for a lot of reasons, but I found a really positive that's come out of lockdown, and that is all the life hacks that I've been able to use because stuff hasn't been available as much as it normally would be. So I'm having to come up with new ways of doing things. So a really good example of this, you'll all remember that I used to have blonde highlights in my hair. It's because in spring and summer, I like to have blonde highlights. Autumn and winter, I like to go darker. So I'm darker at the moment. And about now is the time of year that I would normally be putting the blonde highlights back in my hair. And I actually had an appointment at the hairdresser's on the Wednesday of last week. And obviously I couldn't go to it because by then businesses were advised to shut down. So I haven't been able to go and get my blonde highlights put in, which is a shame because I like to have them there. So I've heard about this life hack, and my sister's done it, and it's worked really well. So I'm going to try it. But I thought I'd share it with you because some of you might be in the same boat as me. So if you would quite like to have blonde highlights in your hair, then this is a life hack that you might be able to get on board with. And all you need is some cling film, which I've got ready. It's Tesco's. Other brands are available, and you need an aloe vera plant. Now here's mine. It's a big kind of thing. You might see them just growing out in the park. So if you're out for your daily 30-minute exercise, and let me show it to you again so you can see what it looks like. This is the kind of plant you're looking at. And what's really amazing about the aloe vera plant is that it's got like aloe vera juice inside it, and it does loads of really amazing stuff. So it's really good for if you Google it, you'll see like if you cut yourself and you put aloe vera on it, it really helps your skin heal. But one of the things that it does, which you may not have known, is that it can highlight your hair. So what you do is I'm just going to snap a little bit of my plant off. I'll show it to you in a second. If you snap a little bit off and you squeeze it, there's this juice that comes out of it, and that's the sort of stuff you can put on your skin, and it's really, really good for your skin. But if you put it in your hair, it can highlight your hair. So I'm going to give it a go. So I don't want it too much. I just like to have a few strands, not too much. So I'm just going to rub it, and it should be a really, really natural looking. That's on my sister's. It was a really, really natural looking hair. So I'm just squeezing it and I'm rubbing it all over my hair. So I'm getting that juice all over it. And here we go. So that's going all up and down there. Let me try another strand. Yeah, for her it was really, really natural looking, which is what I like. I don't like it to be too fake. I suppose maybe if you put more on, rather than just the odd highlights, it would, oh, that bit's broken now, that maybe it would look less natural looking if you like that kind of much blonder look. Oh, so much aloe vera juice in this plant. So I'm putting it all over my hair. And then what the cling film's for, I'm not going to do it all because or else I'll be on this video for later. What the cling film's for is that while that colour's developing, you just wrap it in. So if I get one of these strands I've done, you wrap it in, and it kind of makes it a bit hotter. You know, like if you imagine if you're wearing a plastic bag, you'd get really hot, and that's what helps it develop. So all those streaks you're going to cover in cling film. Now, ideally, you'd then go and get sunlight. Now, today's not a particularly sunny day. I've got a little bit of sun. It's not particularly sunny, and it looks like it might rain later. So what you can do, what I'm going to do is just use the torch on my phone just to apply that light going all the way down. And I'm not going to do that the whole time. I think it takes about 3 hours, my sister said. So if that's about 3 hours, I'm not going to spend the whole time on my phone, but maybe every now and again I'll just get it out and apply some light, or if I can, I'll get out to the sunlight while it's sunny. But if you come and check on me again in 3 hours, I'm going to do a big reveal. I'll finish doing the highlights, and then I'll do a big reveal of what it looks like, and you can see the highlights, and then maybe you can give it a go as well. Like I said, if you go on your daily walk, you can pick up some aloe vera, and then you could be doing your own highlights. So just tune in later in about 3 hours, and you can see my highlights.